Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and clicked the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you could tell by the title of the video, Miss Mother Pet is giving us bronzers. Hallelujah. So yes, I am excited. I feel like you are either excited or you're not. If you've invested yourself in the brand, you're probably very excited because I feel like it's been long awaited. A lot of Pat McGrath fans that have been buying the brand for 5+ years, they've been asking, they've been wanting, they've been begging for a bronzer, and she finally announced that they're coming. But of course, in true fashion for Ms. Mother Pat, she couldn't just give us bronzer. She had to give us a whole collection because that's just what she does. That's what we are here to talk about, this new bronze collection that she just announced. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my thoughts about this collection. Okay, so you have either noticed or you haven't, but I don't have blush on, and that's because when we get to the blush in this collection, I have a little demo I want to do for you all. But let's go ahead and look at the video reveal from her page, her Pat McGrath Labs Instagram page. She did tease this quite a bit. Sometimes I enjoy it, sometimes I'm just like, can you just tell us what it's going to be and what it looks like, please? So okay, here we go. So Divine Bronzer, Divine Bronze Collection. And as you could tell, like, she's doing it not just bronzers, giving us a quad, some lip products. Okay, so the bronzers, there is 8 shades available in the bronzers. I think that's a decent shade range to start off for sure. I love the embossment. I think the embossment is beautiful. And the quad, the Venusian Sunrise Quad. Now I did watch Morgan Turner's, and the blush, her video already, and it seems like it's a new colorway for the quads. Lip liner, lip gloss, and lipstick. And I think that is the full collection. Divine Rose 3 is the name of the blush that is coming out with this collection. Okay, so yeah, I watched Morgan Turner's video where she gave us our thoughts and let us know what she'll be shopping and what she won't. And she did a quick little Google search and it looks like it is a brand new quad. It's not like a color story or colorway that she has given us already. So here is a picture of all the 8 shades, and I do gotta say, I feel like most of them are on the neutral side. I do see a couple of warm tones, but I feel like it's mostly neutral. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. So the lightest shade is Naked Desire. The second lightest is Nude Honey. The one after that is Bronze Dawn, which is shade number 3. Bronze Nirvana, which is the middle 4th shade. Desert Glow, which is the 4th to darkest shade. Bronze Divinity, the 3rd to darkest shade. Burnished Honey, which is the 2nd to darkest shade, and Bronzed Mahogany, which is the darkest shade. So if you are of deep and tan complexion, why don't you let me know down below what you think about the shade range? Do you think she went dark enough? Because I don't know if she did. I feel like it's pretty evened out. Like, you can tell definitely there is a good amount shades for like your light medium, your tan, and then your deep, but I don't know if she went deep enough. So if you are of tan and deep complexion, let me know if you think she went deep enough on these shades. So I will definitely be shopping the bronzer. Now I was debating whether I should pick up 1 or 2 shades because I feel like the second to lightest shade has a very neutral, almost cool tone kind of tone to it, and that might be a good sculpting shade. And then the 3rd lightest shade looks like a nice, beautiful, warm bronzy shade. Not too warm though. So I'm in between those two. I'm not sure which one I want to pick up, if I want to pick up both, but honestly, I don't need to pick up both, so I should just pick one. Okay, so let's talk about this quad, the Divine Bronze Luxe Quad in Venusian Sunrise. This quad does not look like any of the quads that I own and that I have seen her release, but I do own these tones in Pat McGrath formula, at least similar to them. So I did pull out some of the quads that I own, and this one is the Venus in Fleur, which I feel like the brown in here has more of a pinky burgundy tone to it. So it looks nothing like the mattes in this palette. I mean, it's a bronze collection, so it's going to be warm. Okay, and then this one here, which is the Celestial Odyssey quad. This one has no browns in there, it just has this burgundy. And then, well, maybe this shade to the lightest shade, but I feel like the lightest shades that she includes almost in every palette that you can use for your inner corner, they're all going to be very similar. And then I have the Divine Rose Luxe Quad in Eternal Eden. This one's pinky tones, so it's not going to look anything like it. I also pulled out this Platinum Bronze because I thought maybe this was going to be warm tone, but it's not. It's like a very cool toned palette, so none of the shades really look like this one. I didn't pull out any of my big mothership palettes because then this video would be super long. But last but not least, the most recent launch of hers, which is, this is the Velvet Liaison, which is the all matte. And I feel like this is probably the closest I have to this new quad that's being released. The brown in that quad looks like this one, and that warm tone, not exactly the same, but it probably is similar. So I am on the fence on whether I'm going to pick up this new Venusian Sunrise quad. Yeah, so this one's a maybe for me. Okay, now let's talk about the blushes. So the Skin Fetish Divine Blush in Divine Rose number 3. I don't think I own Divine Rose 1, and is Divine Rose 2 the last one that she released? No, Nude Venus 2. Okay. I own 6 of her blushes. 4 of them are like the solid color and 2 of them are the duo shades. And I do own the Venusian Sunrise blush, which looks absolutely nothing like the eyeshadow palette. It has like a corally pink and then that purple lilac shade. So that's where the name of the quad comes from, and it doesn't look like it at all, I don't feel like. So I pulled out 3 blushes because I feel like this blush is not going to look any different on your cheeks if you have the ones that I have. Okay, so I have here Nymphette, which if you look at it in the pan, it's a tiny bit more on like the pinky mauve side. And then this one here is Nude Venus. And this one looks a lot like this Divine Rose 3, at least from what I'm looking at in the picture. Yeah. And then I do have Nude Venus 2, which doesn't look much different than the Nude Venus original. Yeah, see, they look very similar. There's like slight difference, but on the cheeks, they look very similar. So we're going to test that out. Just in case you have these, or you have Divine Rose or Divine Rose 2, you probably don't need this Divine Rose 3, unless you're like a hardcore Pat McGrath fan and you have to have every single item she releases. Okay, I understand. But I'm just going to show you, like, once you actually blend them out onto your cheeks, they look the same and you don't need it. Essentially is what I'm trying to prove. Okay, so this is a Sonia G Soft Cheek Brush, and first shade we're going to jump into is Nude Venus, and I do enjoy this blush. I think it is so pretty. Her formula is fabulous. It's pigmented, it blends out great. She has some like all matte, and then she has some that do have a tiny bit of pearl sheen in them. I'm kind of going a little bit ham just so we can see if we can tell the difference. But so this is Nude Venus. Okay, I did wipe my brush. I'm going to use the same one. Now we're going to jump into Nude Venus 2, and I could tell it's different because of this. And then you're gonna see that they look very similar. The embossment is different on this one than the original blushes. And I feel like Nude Venus too has that pearl sheen in it, and I don't think Nude Venus does. So other than the pearl sheen shimmer in it, I don't think you can tell too much of a difference between this cheek and this cheek. Like if I look head on, it looks like I have the same blush on both sides. I'm just trying to save you some money, that's all. Okay, so that's what the cheeks look like. And if you ask me, it looks like I'm wearing the same shit on both sides. I feel like she needs to, and I wish she would have just focused on bronzers for this launch instead of giving us all this other extra stuff that we honestly didn't need. Now let's talk about lips. The Nude Venus Lip Trio, which includes a gloss, a lip liner, and a lipstick. Nude Venus seems to be the shade for all three of the lip products. I did not tell you prices for anything. So the bronzers will be $39, which is expensive for bronzer, but I believe that's the same price as her blushes, the one that is just the one tone. I think the duos are $42. The quad is $62 and lipstick is $39. Lip gloss is $29 and lip liner is $29. I only own one of her lip liners and I do enjoy it. I feel like these shades and these lipsticks are not my vibe. None of these caught my eye. None of these are calling to me. So I will be skipping on all of these. I don't know if any of these shades are already existing shades in her collection. But yeah, so basically I'm skipping on the lip products. Okay, and last but not least, she is going to offer some bundles. So I went and looked and it looks like you can buy a duo bronzer, the lip trio of course, and then there's a bundle where it has the bronzer, the blush, the lipstick trio, and the quad. I don't need that. There's also another bundle where you can get the whole collection with all 8 bronzing shades, the blush, the lip trio, and the quad. I definitely don't need that. And if you just want to buy the whole bronzer, like the shade range to do swatches or whatnot, or if you're a makeup artist, she also has that bundle. So she will have some bundles. I hope she adds more to this because I really wish that she had just a bronzer and the quad bundle. That would be great. But yeah, okay, so that is it. That is the full new bronze collection. So I am excited. I am definitely excited. I feel like if you've invested yourself into the brand and you've been asking and waiting and begging for bronzers, you're probably as excited as I am. If you are not invested in the brand, I think you're probably bored and think, well, you know, there's so many great bronzers out there and there's not really much that you can do different when it comes to powder bronzers. I totally get it. I want to see what the formula is like. I want to see the blendability of it. I want to see if they're super pigmented. I'm crossing my fingers that they're not. I want to see it all. The embossment is beautiful on the bronzers. I'm excited about that. The quad looks very pretty. It's your typical warm bronzy tones. So if you don't like warm tones, you're probably not excited for the quad at all. I'm excited to see where it was made. Not all of the quads that I own are made in Italia. The Venice and Fleur is, but these other two, the Odyssey and the Eternal Eden, both of these are made in the US with US imported ingredients. And I'm sure the blush is nice. Her formula for her blushes are really nice, but I just don't need it. I will be shopping some of it, not all of it. I would love to know down below if you were excited for this or if you just don't care. Just don't care. I would love to know. I hope you enjoyed this video. It should be short and sweet. Okay, I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know down below. Let's have a chat. I love interacting with you all in the comments. Okay, my lovelies, well, thank you so much for being here. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to film this video, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I sat down and was able to just quickly look through my Pat McGrath collection. I cannot wait to be able to do a full face of Pat McGrath because that's going to be a good one, a long one, and I'm pretty sure my makeup is going to look so good by the end of the video. Okay, well, with that being said, again, thank you so much for being here. All the comments, all the likes. If you shop through my links, it all means so much to me, and you are supporting my channel more than you know. Honestly, by just being here and liking the video, that is helping me out so much. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I hope we hit it soon. And then my next goal will be 5,000. That would be just so amazing. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Okay, my lovelies, I will see you on the next video.